investment is gone, and people are drinking from the creek again, and it's been squandered. And you see that. But I think what also has to be said is that if you travel around, you also see investments that have had incredible impact. You see girls who went to school for tiny amounts of money. You see wells where there was a mechanism to maintain it, to keep it going. And those wells can last for 30 years or more and save lives of those people in that community. Now they're drinking clean water. I think we're also getting much better at figuring out what works. There's been much more emphasis on rigorous evaluation, on trying to figure out what works, where you get the most bang for the buck. And it's sometimes things we don't think about at all. It turns out, for example, in education, that one of the most cost-effective ways to get more kids in school isn't what we tend to think about, which is building schools. Though sometimes you do indeed need to build schools. Cheryl and I built a school in Cambodia. One doesn't need to do that. But it's something we don't think about, which is deworming kids. And we don't think about it because American kids don't have a lot of intestinal parasites. Although I must say that they historically did. The Rockefeller Foundation dewormed American kids around the time of World War I, and it had this dramatic impact on educational performance of American kids at that time. Likewise, with kids, if their bellies are full of worms, a lot of that nutrition is going to the worms, not to them. They're more likely to be anemic. They can't concentrate. They're more going to miss a lot more school because of sickness. And you can deworm a kid with one pill of bendazole that costs 25 cents and will last for about a year. And it's so cost-effective. And so likewise, we're just getting smarter about how to make a difference. Did we get that DVD figured out? Oh, right, okay. Let me just show you a DVD clip from the Half the Sky documentary and Transmedia project, which sort of explains where we've been taking the book as the next effort. You can roll it.
The challenge that women and girls face around the world is not an easy topic to talk about, but we really think it is the moral challenge of this century.
These problems exist because we've created them, so it's up to us to fix them. The way that Nick and Cheryl use stories to break through the indifference that still exists when you talk about women and girls is exactly the right way to go about it.
You understand the story, always. This is how people get engaged.
Nick and I want to galvanize people into action because we know it takes a world to bring about this change. We're utilizing every tool and platform available to get the message across.
We're going to be going on a journey to some of the places in the world where the repression of women and girls is truly at its most extreme.
I read Half the Sky and I thought that's really what I want to do. I want to go and see things for myself.
You had the traffickers hold a gun to your head.
You're going to take their own money, the girl is their money. Oh, they're not happy with you.
It still does seem as if something is wrong if thousands of girls are getting raped. In all of Freetown, only one rapist is prosecuted.
You know, it lasts longer than beauty. Being smart lasts a lot longer than being pretty.
This little hospital, built on a garbage dump, has reduced the maternal mortality rate of the women who come here to 1/4 of the national average.
We need to be able to have our voices heard.
Our biggest challenge here is to create opportunities.
Convince the mothers every single day of her existence that your daughter does not have to be bound by fate. She needs to be allowed the power to create her own fate.